Howdy, my name is Rob Czernik. I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota in the United States, and I'm having an amazing time here at this conference. There's people from 63 countries, there's over 600 people here. It's been an amazing day, and we were only halfway through the first day of 7 days of work. The theme of this conference is Women as Agents of Change, and so it's been really great to see a lot of the women farmers here and a lot of the sort of professional agriculture farmers here kind of checking out the work we're doing. It's just overwhelming and amazing. I've been doing permaculture work for about 8 years now. I teach a class back in my home country, and I have a business where I work with regenerative agriculture using chickens as the animal within the system. This is my second international convergence. I was in Cuba 4 years ago, and I plan to keep coming every 2 years to these. It's an amazing opportunity to meet folks. I do urban agriculture, so I don't actually grow food for money. A lot of my work is consulting people and helping design urban agricultural systems. I do have a lot of fruit trees, and I do a lot of fruit trees, hazelnuts. I have chickens, a lot of onions, garlic, tomatoes, things like that. Mostly out of my backyard, but I'm nowhere near making a living as a farmer. Oh, I love Indian food. The food here has been so good. One of the reasons I was so excited to come to here is I love Indian food, and to come here, and I mean, you've got food, you've got so many different regions and so many different food. There's no way to even begin to explore it all, but the lunches they've been giving us have been amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we get for dinner tonight. Yeah, I think there's so many things that we can do. Something we say in permaculture a lot is it depends, so we can use some of these different systems. You're dealing with a lot of rain. You have very extremes here, so you have a lot of rain and then you have a lot of dry stuff. In certain parts of our country, we have monsoons and we're dealing with deserts. Where I'm at is a lot colder, so I'm more like the north part of India. It's been really great to learn a lot of these different techniques and to network and meet people. Today I learned about a wicking system, which I'd never seen before, where you use terracotta pots, you fill it with water, and you take rope and you run it around and use that as your watering system. And so I thought that was really cool. It's something I'm going to take back and use in my fruit tree work. I mean, you guys you've been doing this in India for thousands and thousands of years. I think that you're doing things that work great. I think it's really great, especially this morning, to hear Vandana Shiva talk about resisting the GMOs and resisting the corporate farming. That's something in my country, we have very few small farmers, whereas here in India, it's something like 90% of your food is grown from small farmers. And in my country, there's very few small farmers. So it's really great to see people working the land and having a connection with the land like that. I think there's a lot we can learn from each other in these things. JaiKisan, I think that's amazing. We don't have anything like this dedicated to just straight doing video work for farmers. So it's really great to be interviewed and talk to you and be able to have a chance to, you could see my smiling face, and hopefully I could see some of your smiling faces. We do have farm radio networks, so we actually have radio stations dedicated to farming, but we don't have television like this, so this is really cool. Well, Happy New Year from Minnesota to India, and I'm so glad that we've been able to share this time together, and I hope we can continue growing and moving toward a permaculture future. Namaste.